A common theme in the world of emergency preparedness is the concept of having redundancy. So a lot of preppers will have a flashlight and then they'll have their backup flashlight, or they'll have a knife and then their backup knife. Well, for this video, I wanted to focus on your video content and your social media redundancy as well. For the past few years, I've been a little bit fearful that someday their powers that be are just going to say, hey, let's get rid of all these prepper channels. I'm done with them. They're covering too many different topics. Just get rid of them across the board. So even though my channel is fairly PC, let's just get rid of TUP too. And that's just been something I've been worried about. Now, while I do have all of my videos back up to local storage, for example, I also have them on Dropbox, I still want to have them backed up to alternative sites that would be able to remain even if this channel were to go away for whatever reason. So for this video, I wanted to cover where you could find me if this channel were to suddenly disappear. Let's get started. So for the past 2 to 3 years, I've slowly been working on backing up my channel and my content to other alternative sites, and I'm trying to focus, for the video content at least, towards blockchain sites that provide a little bit more protection than what you might get from YouTube, for example. But the easiest thing that you could do right now is just subscribe to my newsletter. I provide a weekly and a monthly newsletter that I send out to your email so I could contact you directly. So this is something I've been doing for the past several months now. I send a weekly newsletter, and I also send one at the beginning of each month, and it just provides another way that I could communicate to you, the audience, on the stuff that I'm working on, and also additional topics that might not be featured on the channel. So all you have to do is click the link in the description box below. It says subscribe to the TUP newsletter, and you could select whether you want to receive weekly, monthly, or both. I don't do any kind of spamming, so I'm not going to contact you for any other reason other than providing the content that I provide in my newsletter. And a lot of that content talks about what the video I'm working on now, what are some side projects I'm working on, what's a prep that I recommend, what's a channel that I recommend. I also talk about my Scrum board that shows all of the various tasks that I'm working on for the next month, which I call a sprint. So all that information is provided in my newsletter. I'm slowly chipping away on the website for this channel, where I'll be providing a lot more information, including having the videos backed up there, having various articles, and also a small store to have things like the Altoids EDC kit. The website's not quite ready yet, but I'll be sure to let you know when that website is available for you. With regard to video backups, here are a few of the places that you could find backups to my videos. Now, in a previous video, I showed that I have some of my videos on Amazon Prime Video. So you could go to your Amazon Video on your TV or from your computer or from your phone, and they have a few of my videos over there. The main blockchain site that I'm using for my video backups is called Library. It's spelled kind of funny. It's LBRY.com. And this one's pretty convenient for me because I could link my library with my YouTube channel. So when I upload something on YouTube, it automatically uploads to my library channel as well, which is really convenient. So I have a complete backup of all of my videos from the past 10 years on Library. Link in the description box. Some of the other video backup sites that I push videos to are Brighteon and BitChute. Both Brighteon and BitChute kind of look like old school YouTube back in 2008 or 2009, for example. But I do provide copies of all of my videos on those sites as well, which offer blockchain, so it's a little bit more protected. I'm probably one of the more boring content creators on those sites because a lot of people there are putting all sorts of stuff because it's like the wild, wild west over there. But I'm providing all the same content that I normally do that's family friendly and accessible to anyone to watch. Again, the primary goal for my channel is to make prepping accessible to anyone. I don't really care what your political views are. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what country that you live in. I want to make sure that you're prepping. I think it's good for the entire world to have more preppers out there because we're going to be less of a drain on the overall society when stuff goes wrong. So when there's an emergency situation, it's good to have preppers that aren't going to the stores and panic buying things. So that's my ultimate goal for all of these sites. So I've provided links to all of those video backup sites in the description box of this video. Again, I recommend Library. It's very easy. I think other prepper channels should start doing that as well, in addition to the other channels that I have for Brighteon and for BitChute. If you're using BitChute, it doesn't have an app, so I recommend something called BITSLIDE, which is basically the only way of watching BitChute type videos. It's really convenient, so you could download it. I've also included a link in the description box. Now, the main social media sites that I have that are in relation to the Urban Prepper channel are my Facebook page, my Twitter page, and my Instagram page. I've had all of those for several years. I always provide links to those in the description box of all of my videos. I like using Twitter and Facebook as a notification service to my videos when they go live. So if a video goes live and you don't happen to get the notification from YouTube, for example, I'll still post it on Twitter and on Facebook so you know to go over there. For Instagram, I like sharing a lot of the things that I'm working on as far as from a photo perspective. Hey, I'm working on this garden thing, or here, I'm buying some stuff over at the grocery store, or hey, I ran into this prepper at the store. Hey, let's get a selfie really quick, and I'm gonna put that on my Instagram channel. So if you're not already subscribed to those, be sure to follow me on all of those ones. So I also have backups to those just in case. So just in case Facebook and Twitter and Instagram stop liking preppers, I still have a place to post the same information and to use it as a notification service to when my videos go live. So you can find me on some alt media sites such as minds.com. I also have a parlor.com, and I even have a TikTok page, although there's no content there. I don't want to put anything on there, but the Urban Prepper does exist on TikTok. But I do provide the same services and the notifications that I have on Facebook and on Twitter on some of those other sites. So Minds, Gab, and Parlor. Again, those sites are kind of like the wild, wild west as far as content goes, but I'm still just providing the same family-friendly content that I always do. So I provided links in the description box below to all of those sites. Those ones aren't as good as Facebook and Twitter right now, but maybe someday they will be, and I want to make sure that I'm building up a following in some of those areas as well. I also think it's good to be able to recruit new preppers who may be going to those particular sites and happen to stumble upon my channel. It's kind of like a new audience for me. I also have a Reddit account called Got Preps, and I post on Reddit from time to time. Although I don't start my own threads, I always respond to other people's threads. I think it's a fun outlet, and I get a lot of valuable information from there. Most of the people that are posting on there aren't your normal YouTubers, for example. On YouTube, we have the standard channels that are putting out their prepping content. That doesn't really exist on Reddit. It's just individuals that are talking about various preparedness topics, and I get a lot of great ideas from Reddit, from the preppers and from the bug out subreddits for possible video ideas. For example, the hospital go bag video, which I did several weeks back, was based off of a Reddit thread that I read. So that's all I wanted to cover in this brief little video, is the redundancy that I have for my social media and video outlets. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. Again, the main thing that you could do is just subscribe to the newsletter for the weekly or the monthly newsletter. I'm not going to spam you or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about prepping stuff and the things that I'm working on. So again, I provided links to all of the backup video content in addition to the social media content as well. So for the video backups, the main one that I like is Library because it auto feeds from my YouTube channel. I also have a Brighteon, I also have a BitShoot, and some of my videos are also on Amazon Prime Video. And then for the social media accounts, while I do have an Instagram and a Facebook and a Twitter, I also have some of those alternative media sites such as Reddit, I have Gab, I have Minds, I have Parlor, and I have a few other ones that I'm probably not going to promote, but I may add to this particular video as those sites start to build up as well. So as I mentioned, YouTube's always going to be my primary video hosting site. I'm always going to be putting out content here, but I just wanted to have a backup plan just in case. So I think it's a good idea for other prepper channels to start backing up a lot of their video content to alternative media sites, especially blockchain ones, just in case they decide to get rid of preppers for whatever reason. Hopefully that day never comes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Again, subscribe to the newsletter, start following me on some of these other sites. I'm going to be talking about the website that's going to be coming out soon. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and stay tuned.